So today I'm on the edge of Derbyshire. I've got Heath a little way down there. I've just done a video about the abandoned roads or disused severed roads which came about because of the M1 motorway and Heath interchange that opened in 1967. This time we're going back even further. We're going to look at the remains of an old church. Heath Old Church. Records go back to the early 1300s, how about that? And there was also a village here called Lound, another one of those that disappeared. You know, settlements, lots of hamlets, small villages and communities in the 1800 and medieval times often just vanished without a trace, often down to plagues or cholera, anything like that, or maybe just even being moved on by rival communities. Couldn't imagine that happening today, could you? So, over there is Derbyshire, up there is Heath, so between Mansfield and Chesterfield, right there, I've got a very, very old church remains to show you. So a quick look at aerial maps to show you exactly where I am. So we've got the M1 going from top to bottom. That's junction 29 Heath interchange on the bottom right hand corner. We've got Heath off to the left, and our old church is smack bang between the A619 and the slip road to the northern carriageway of the M1 just here. We've got the more up to date church just over here in Heath Village too. And Church Lane, which used to go to Polterton, is this road which takes you down to the A619. I can change you over to the older map. Look, it's completely different. Of course, there's no M1, interchange, junction, anything like that. But we have got the site of the remains of the old church just here. Notice it also says Mortuary Chapel, which is to denote its later life after it was last used as a church. And the abandoned village, did it exist or didn't it? Well, maybe it did. And Lund Village or Lound Village was apparently situated around the land that the church is built on. So right outside, what was the gates and the entrance to the graveyard and the church, we've got Old Church Road. That's abandoned, that's out of use. It would have continued on off towards Polterton over there and Heath behind me. Mentioned that in the previous video, but that was part of the abandoned roads that was taken out of use or severed and used for access only in 1967. But right here we've got the entrance to Heath Old Church. So what I do notice initially is the entranceway. Now some of it has collapsed, look, unfortunately. Just here, we've still got one of the original iron brackets, look, for the gate. That's well weathered just there, isn't it? But there does seem to be an intact stone walling all the way around. It does continue on the other side as well. You notice it goes up a hill and over the crest, and we can just make out the main body of the remains of the church. I'm going to stick to the footpaths as best that I can, out of respect for those that are here, and also going to walk around the church safely when I do get to it. Again, staying in the safer areas and being respectful for the land around. Slabbed entrance, and again, this would have been where a door was, very, very small. We've got another iron bracket down there, look. And you can see where windows once were just there. And also a kind of, is this the seating area? It's very, very good, isn't it? I want to just step inside slowly. Look at all these masonry marks just here. Look at that one there. It's like it's just been weathered away over time. It's quite slippy down, but it's fine. It is a very frosty day. It did snow a few days ago. Again, this stonework looking in, look. That's nice. It's hefty, isn't it? And the craftsmanship going all the way down. In, out, in, out. No jokes, please. And also the same on that side. As we pass through So the main body of the building, oh wow, look at this. Just look how that has weathered away, that stonework. But it has been here a very, very long time, hasn't it? Now I mentioned that records trace it back to the early 1300s, but that's just records. It could in fact trace back earlier, maybe it's the 12th or even the 11th century. You never know, do you? Looks like there's some kind of repair work gone off there, and a window ledge or sill just there, where there was probably something going over the top, and a larger window north facing just here, and some stonework on the floor. Is that part of the window frame just there as well? I believe the northern facing window, look at the view it had over there, and it would have been no M1, would it? It'd been far more picturesque. The window would have been stained glass at the front, so sadly that's no longer with us. I can make out more ironwork just there, look, just bobbling out of the edge, and some holes in the side which would have held some kind of frame up, wouldn't it? Let's see if I can get around to that window frame just there so we can take a closer look. There were many pronunciations of Lound village. There was Lunt, Lund, Loon and Lown, as well as Lound, but no evidence of a depopulated medieval village has been seen in the arable fields surrounding the old churchyard. However, the Domesday Book does indicate that there were in fact two settlements of the same or similar names very close together at one time in the area, now occupied by the motorway junction, although there is no trace of desertion in these workings. So I can go around the edge, look, away from any gravestones, and we can have a look at the exterior wall. You can see the two separate constructions again, look, two different. That's a larger stonework there, isn't it, as stone blocks. Again, it's extremely weathered. Look at that bubbled sandstone in many, many places. On that side, smaller sectional block stone. But this will take us round to where that window frame is. Yeah, it is, look. Just make that out, can't you? That is a window frame, isn't it? Yes, it is, I'm sure it is. And that would have held the stained glass that would have adorned that main window there, looking out over there into the distance. You can almost see how the stone foundations seem to curve around slightly. I thought it was a trick of the eye, but it isn't completely straight. Can you just make that out? There is a slight curve and angle at the bottom, and also appears to be the same here as well. It's a nice little area surrounded by the trees and some graves. What a beautiful place to come to rest. Now the newer Heath Church, that came into use in 1852. I believe it was dedicated to the Bishop of Lichfield in 1853, and when this one was taken out of use, it was used as a mortuary for the local community for a good number of years, and then shortly after that it came into its decline. Now it is worth a visit if you want to come and take a look at this. It doesn't say it's private, you can walk straight up to it, and it looks like other people do as well. The only thing I'd say, it's a tricky one to get to. If you come in by car, you could potentially park on the old church road outside, although there is a sign saying no parking. I think that's related to the abandoned building at the side. It used to be a farm building, but that's derelict and boarded up now. Also, you can come by foot, you can cross over the A617, but again, be very careful. There it is, the old Heath Church. possibly almost 1,000 years of history behind me there. Only a short video, but thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it, and also other videos around this area that I've already done, and I think there's quite a bit coming up too that I've got planned around this area. Stuff to look forward to. Please like, subscribe to the channel, that'd be brilliant. And you can also support me as a channel member and also become a behind the scenes subscriber on the Trekking Exploration Facebook page, where that has just come up on the screen below. Any suggestions, drop them down below. Anything similar, old railways, roads, you name it, let's go take a look at it. Bye for now.